Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and one of the questions that we always get out there, and it gets asked a lot, gets talked about a lot, is what can we do to get more women in the weight room? What can we do to get more women in the weight room? So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. And yeah, this is a very, very serious topic because we know the health benefits of weightlifting, and I'll jump into some of that in a bit, and some of them are even more important for women than they are for men. And you know, the only movement that I've actually seen that actually has gotten women in the weight room lately has been CrossFit, like putting women under barbells is CrossFit. And a lot of us understand there are problems with CrossFit. We're not going to get into all that. But at least they have helped break this stigma of women doing barbell work. And you know what? The reason we have this problem is because of people like Dana Lynn Bailey. And I know some of her fans are going to come in here and they're going to be like, how dare you say that I love Dana? She's a fucking goddess. Fuck you, you fat piece of shit. All the stuff people are going to come in and say. But you know what? Stop and think about that for a moment. Is your love and motivation that you're given by one person in a fringe culture who does something very fringe, is that worth the negative effects that this causes? Because anyone with two brain cells to rub together can look at Dana Lynn Bailey and know that she's on gear. They know that she's a fake natty. All right. Anyone who's studied human physiology, anyone who's worked around athletes, doesn't even question that. All right. This is only naive people who have no real world experience who really believe that it's purely hard work that has gotten her there. And I'm not saying she doesn't work hard. I'm not saying she doesn't diet straight, because she clearly does. She clearly does. But the idea that a woman is going to have that physique purely because of that, with no androgens or male hormones involved, no anabolics involved, is mind-boggling. It's insane. And I think that other people who are educated and experienced on this topic share the same opinion. Well, the problem you run into is when someone like that runs around screaming they're natural, and they're touted that way, they're promoted that way. What do women see when they come look at the fitness world? They see a bunch of women who to them look hideous. And that's what people need to understand. People inside this fringe bodybuilding world need to understand that to normal people, almost all bodybuilders look fucking hideous. They look revolting. People are like, they look aesthetic. No, they don't. They do in your limited mindset due to your fringe culture that you're part of. To everyone else, they don't. And it's not because other people are lazy. All right. It has nothing to do with that. People will make that claim. And here's my point. We already know that most people find male bodybuilders revolting. Well, even people like Dana, who's a physique competitor, not even technically a bodybuilder, a pro physique competitor, to the average woman, she looks fucking hideous and masculine and grotesque and like an alien. All right, that is what they see when they look at her contest physique. And if you want women to not be lazy, as all of you put it, why would you want to tell them that if they go lift weights and work really hard, they're going to look like something, that it's possible, that it's even possible for them to look like something purely through lifting weights that they consider to be hideous and revolting? They see that as just as hideous and revolting as most people see a morbidly obese woman. Now, there's this whole fat acceptance movement out there, and I'm critical of that also. That is extremely dangerous, and I think that's going to kill a lot of women. That's going to kill a lot of women, the fat acceptance movement. But most people, until they're told it's socially unacceptable, they also see a 300-pound woman as grotesque and revolting also. Because it's abnormal, and it's not healthy. And Dana doesn't look healthy either. And that's the whole point. They don't look human. They look alien. They don't look like, she doesn't look like someone who's just fit and in shape. She looks like a fucking alien. All right. That's just, to be honest, as someone who hasn't been around bodybuilding and physique competition, that's what they see. All right. So she goes around telling everyone that she's drug free. Well, how do you think women respond? Well, fuck that. I'm not going anywhere near a weight because there's no way in hell I want to look like that. And then everyone who's one of her fans comes in and says, oh, you're just being lazy. There's no way you work hard to look like that. But then you'll say that she just got there through hard work, and then you tell them they need to do hard work in the gym. You see the problem there? Do you see the problem there? Because she created that with a combination of heavy supplementation with a lot of weightlifting and a lot of strict dieting. But it's not all hard work. It isn't possible that any of these women who are scared of it could look like her purely through hard work over the next 5 years. But when you stand there, there's a cognitive dissonance involved of, well, we want women to get in the gym and work harder, right? We want them to get in there. We don't want them to be lazy. It'll be better for them. They'll be healthier if they get in the gym and lift weights. They'll be so much better off. But then when you have an example like that, you tell them, oh, you're not motivated enough. You'll never look like her because you're too fucking lazy anyways. When they find her disgusting. You see the problem there? But then you'll say that and then say that she got there purely through hard work, no drugs involved, and then tell these women that you think they need to be working hard, and then you just call them lazy. Do you really think this is how we get women into the gym? You think this is how we get women into the weight room? And I think, honestly, a lot of the physique competition has done far more harm than good to the general population. In this case, women's physique, stuff like that, I think it is harmful to the general population of women because it discourages most women from getting in the gym. It discourages most women from lifting weights because you have people who get away with their lives like this and they scream that they're natty when they're clearly not. And I understand why they do that. I mean, that's not even me angry at someone like Dana because they lose sponsorships. They lose money when they make the claim. They could be blackballed in their community. But, truth be told, Dana's got her own businesses. She's got her own clothing lines, her own supplement lines, whatever else. She doesn't necessarily need the supplement industry to back her at this point to make her living. But I do understand why they do that because of the social and financial blackballing they'll get from being honest. But the problem is that whole industry hurts anyone anyways. I mean, I'm not a fan of the fitness industry anyways because it sells garbage and bullshit and false hopes and worthless products anyways. But, I can understand why she doesn't want to lose those sponsorships. But the fact is, because tons of women see women who are clearly on male hormones, who do not look feminine, who look like aliens to them, that they're scared of getting in the gym and working hard because of the stereotype that this creates. This is a harmful stereotype. And this claim that this is done natural is actually harmful to other women because it prevents women from wanting to come into the gym and train hard and lift heavy weights and do barbell work and all the stuff that we know will help them live longer, healthier lives. Because we know that there is enormous amounts of data on it. The data we've seen shows even in the short term, what are we looking at? People who lift weights vigorously develop diabetes at an 80% lower rate. They get cancer at half of the rate of other people. I mean, you got to think about that in terms of ovarian cancer, breast cancer, all this stuff. This is serious stuff. It can be cut in half just through lifting weights. Just by lifting weights would end half of the breast cancer, half of the ovarian cancer. How about osteoporosis? It's one of the best deterrents to osteoporosis is load-bearing exercise, weightlifting. Women, when they hit menopause in their late 30s to early 40s, whenever it happens to be, it varies a little, osteoporosis becomes one of the biggest problems for women. Weight training staves off osteoporosis. I mean, the quality of life difference that these women are missing out on, we don't even get into the body composition and the fact that they could eat more food and have more desserts and treats and everything and maintain the same body weight. I mean, that's a big plus in the short term, but I'm talking about the long term. What about the other stuff? This newer data we've seen out there showing, even in women, they've done one specifically on women. In twin women, the one that had the strongest leg muscles had the best memory, the best cognition, up into their 60s, their 70s. So we're getting into serious stuff. People not lifting weights is a serious problem. And anything that we can do to get more people in the weight room is a better thing. And I think everyone agrees with that. And the female population has been particularly resistant to doing this. And it's in large part because they see women pumped full of male hormones who are bulked up and then dieted down to the point to where they look like aliens and they look grotesque to them. These women are claiming that they're doing this completely natural just with hard work. Well, that's going to make every woman who sees that, who doesn't want to look like a fucking space alien, it's going to send them screaming away from the weight room. And until women are made to understand that that is done with drugs, that's drugs doing that. And if they don't take those drugs, or if they don't take those drugs even in the doses those women do, no amount of hard work is going to do that. That they don't have to worry about working too hard and training too hard and ending up looking like that. But as long as the community and the fans of these people keep saying stupid shit like, well, you just work really fucking hard. No, that's not it. These women are not going to look like that if they just work really fucking hard. They're not. And as long as you keep telling them that, as long as you stupid motherfuckers who follow this stuff keep telling that lie, you keep reinforcing that lie, you are killing women, basically. So fuck you. How's that? How's that for an answer? You stupid motherfuckers who keep saying that and saying people could look like Dana Lynn Bailey with hard work, you are killing women and you're an evil motherfucker. How do you like that? There, I said it. You're fucking evil. You're responsible. Quit saying that shit. Quit repeating the lie. We quit doing that, we could probably finally get women in the weight room, and maybe all of our sisters and our mothers and our daughters will quit dying of diabetes and quit fracturing hips with osteoporosis, and maybe they'll quit dying of breast cancer. How about we do that instead of propping up a bullshit lie in a fringe industry? Why don't we focus on actually helping people in some fitness for once instead of propping up lies and bullshit for a supplement industry? Why don't we do that for a change? That would be really fucking nice if this community would do that. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.